Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Amanda Nova, and it has been a little while since I've been on here, but now that I am in a new space, I just moved, I have space to record, I have space to work. I will be doing a lot more content, a lot more videos. So I just wanted to just give you a little bit of an update about what's been going on lately in the world with the energy. If you've been feeling some weird things or noticing some weird things, you are not alone. It's been very, very strange lately. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that and then also just give you an idea of what to expect from me going forward, because my content is going to shift a little bit and I will be putting out weekly episodes where you will be able to do kundalini activation, you'll receive light transmissions, guided meditations, information about Schumann resonance, about energy, about all different things. If you are a light worker, then this is the place for you. If you are somebody who feels like you have a greater purpose, maybe you're not sure what it is, maybe you do know, then this is a place for you. I am here to awaken the light workers, to help you remember who you are at a soul level, and to help you not only discover your purpose and your unique gifts as a infinite being in a human body, but to help you embody that, to raise your vibration, raise your frequency, and be able to hold that energy. So that is what I will be doing going forward. Now let's talk for a second about what's been going on. So it is January 10th today, 2025. There's a lot happening in the world and there's a lot happening energetically. So some things that I've been seeing, well, first of all, the absolute devastation happening in California right now. I'm in New York. I am not personally impacted, but I am so impacted for all of these people who are losing their homes. So I can't even talk about it, but I will link below some ways that you can help donate and get involved. So that's one thing that has been just beyond devastating. Also, there have been some weird things in conjunction with that. So people have been seeing orbs in the fire. They've been seeing, like, on the news, there's been just weird, unidentified type of things flying around. I will say for myself on a personal level, since the election or around maybe like November 11th, things have been really strange for me. I did this absolutely insane meditation where I was activating my own kundalini and I felt myself go through a portal, jump timelines. And since that moment, things have been so strange. Things have been so weird. Nothing has been the same. And what I mean by that is, like, all of a sudden relationships, business relationships, friendships, just long-standing relationships that I've had with people, all of a sudden I was seeing people in a new light. All of a sudden I feel like I was seeing people for who they really were. And maybe some of those people I had been warned about, but I never really saw. And I'm usually pretty intuitive, but like I just felt all of these things starting to fall away. Like anything that is not aligned or was not aligned with where I'm going into this new timeline with this higher vibration was rapidly falling away. And I experienced this back in 2021 when I called to the universe and just basically was like, I'm ready, let's do this. And a few hours later I lost my job, and that's how I ended up going into business for myself. And that story I think is on my Substack and also somewhere on my website maybe. I can do a link to that as well so you can read more about that story. But basically that is what happened, and it's something similar is sort of happening now. Also since then, like following that, now going to December, end of December, heading towards the new year, I just was feeling so emotional. I think from a lot of that shedding, a lot of those losses and relationships, seeing these things was really challenging because I'm acknowledging it from, taking a step back and being like, okay, this is not a line, but that doesn't make it feel any better to be hurt by these people or to learn these things or to have these things fall away. So I was feeling really raw and vulnerable at the end of the month. I also moved, and I had channeled through a few months ago when we bought this house that the house was a portal. It's very spiritual, it's very energetic. I can feel it. I felt it just from looking at it. I felt it from being here. I connected immediately with the space and with the land. There is a lot of land here. I am in Connecticut. I was in New York. I'm in Connecticut now, and I have meditated with the land. We have almost 3 acres of land, and some of it is protected land. It's definitely a place where I feel like I've been before in a past life, but I just feel very connected to it. And so I had channeled through that it was a portal, and that walking through the front door into the house was going to shift something energetically. So I did feel that. I was very, very emotional the end of the month. We moved the 14th of December. So like following that, I was just feeling super duper emotional going into January. So now it's, a little bit over the first week in January, and weird things have been starting to happen at night before I'm falling asleep. I'm kind of like hearing sounds and like weird things, and it doesn't feel like it sounds in the house. Like it's like things in my head that are weird. And I'm clairaudient, which means that I have clear hearing. So my gifts as a channel and as an intuitive are claircognizance, meaning that I have clear knowing, which means I just know that things are going to happen. I also receive my information and my intuition as metaphors. So it's sometimes a little bit like clairvoyancy. Like I will see an image of something, and then I have to interpret it and figure out what it means, right? Like I'll see a lion in my mind's eye on somebody when I'm working on them. And a lot of times it's when I'm doing kundalini on people and running my kundalini energy that opens up, and I will see like a lion on somebody and maybe on their heart space, and then I have to interpret what that means. So that's kind of like, or I'll see like a tornado or in somebody's heart space, or I'll see like these different things. So that's how I receive it, but I also receive it via words. So I can automatic write. I'm currently actually channeling a book from the Palladians, and I go into channeling and then I just type, or I just write, or I can just speak. So I get words in my head, but it's not always like I hear an actual sound. Like some people will be like, I hear spirit talking to me, and I don't just hear things. But there has been these weird things, like I just hear people calling my name. I hear like this weird sound, this weird voice. I don't know. It's like very, very strange. And always when I'm like kind of like half asleep, half out of it, and not even trying to channel those things. Also, I should say that for me, I don't consider myself a medium, because I don't, I'm not the person that you're going to come see and I'm going to like call on your, family member that passed away. Sometimes people's family members or ancestors will come through when I'm doing a kundalini session, but I'm not the person who just like calls upon them. I really work with the celestial realms, which is why I speak light language. I am a shaman. I walk between the realms. I have the ability to jump between timelines. I have the ability to walk between dimensions, to be able to channel these celestial beings from the celestial realms, like the Palladians, the Lemurians, the Lyrans, the Octavians, the Octurians. Avians, Octurians, Avians, Andromedans, like those star seeds that people refer to them as. That is who I channel through. I also channel through ancient civilizations. So a lot of times when I'm speaking light language, which I have a video on light language that I also will link, so you can kind of like listen to that and learn about what that is. And it sounds like I'm speaking in tongues or I'm speaking a different language. Sometimes it's indigenous and it's from an ancient civilization that I am channeling through. And I personally believe that that's a civilization that I was a part of at some point in time. So anyway, I can channel things through my words and my speaking, and I'm channeling light codes, and I'm channeling messages from the guides, the celestial beings, our soul brothers and sisters, as I refer to them as, and they help us through. They're helping to guide us, and we have probably, as infinite beings, spent time in those celestial realms with them, and that's why they are our soul brothers and sisters, because we also have probably had that role of being the guide at different times, and we're just not now. Now we're experiencing life school, essentially, and we have them to call upon. So anyway, cut to today. It's January 10th. I have been hearing all these weird things. I'm kind of like ignoring it. I don't feel like there's spirits in my home or anything. Like, it doesn't feel very ghostly to me. Like, I don't feel like I need to like clear out my house or anything. But I do feel like I'm like rapidly shifting timelines just over the past couple of months, like just crazy stuff. So anyway, this morning I was drinking a coffee. I had set it down for a while, so it got cold, which happens to me often. I'm a mom. I like always have to heat up my coffee. I like never can finish my whole cup of coffee. So I put it in the microwave. I hit 1 for 1 minute, and then I couldn't find my phone, so I just ran to the back of the house to go try to find my phone. I thought that I had put my phone in the back of my pants, but like it was gone, right? So like I couldn't find it. So I'm looking everywhere for my phone. So then I come back and I open the microwave to grab my coffee, and it's gone. There's nothing there. So I'm like, okay, so maybe I put it on without putting my coffee in. Maybe I did something absent-minded like that. Like, I don't really know. So then I look down and my coffee is there. And I'm like, okay, so maybe I turned it on, forgot to put the coffee in, like, I'm so, slipped my mind. So I grabbed the coffee, and then I realized that the coffee was hot. So it had been microwaved, but I do not recall taking it out. And there's no way that I could have, because I literally turned on the microwave and went to the back of the house. I feel like I shifted timelines. And then as the day went on, there was only a few people that I had told. I think I had like posted something on social media, but I had only texted like a couple of my friends. I texted my therapist to just make sure that I'm not losing my mind. And a friend of mine who is a therapist and a medium who was like, no, you are not crazy. You definitely jump timelines, like, and then as I'm talking to her, I'm like, I have deja vu. Like we had this conversation already. This has already happened. And then I was also looking at my husband at the same time, like he was in the room with me, and I looked up at him and I was like, this has happened before. Like, this is a major deja vu moment. Like, I for sure experienced a glitch in the matrix, something going on, unless I'm gaslighting myself and absolutely losing my mind. But I don't think that I can truly say that I know everything about the universe. I think there's a lot of unknown things. I think it would be really, really egotistical to believe that like we know everything when things are constantly discovered. So I don't know what's going on. And more I see people talking about the aliens revealing themselves soon in 2025. More people are having these experiences. And then I go on TikTok and I see everybody talking about, well, not everybody, but the people that I see in this like timeline glitch space of like talking about how they are experiencing these weird things happening. And it does sometimes feel like I'm going insane, or I'm gaslighting myself, or like, am I losing my mind? But then it's like, I can't deny that these things are happening. So anyway, that's my story. Things have just been kind of crazy, and I am coming back into my purpose and really trying to align with my higher self, a higher frequency, being able to channel through for you all the messages that need to come through, to lean into being intuitive, to lean into being a shaman. I spent the last year of 2024 kind of having one step in the spiritual and one step and one foot in the physical. And like, even now as my voice is getting raspy, like this is usually when like something important is coming through. So I think it's just really important for me to explain that going forward, I'm going to have both of my feet here in the energetic space for the light workers, for those who have a purpose, for the intuitive, for the channels. I am the catalyst to awaken those of you who are here to do light work, to help you remember who you are, to help you awaken to your purpose, and to help you embody your purpose going forward. That is what I am here to do. So I do kundalini activations, which essentially are these it feels like an awakening, a activation and initiation in a lot of ways. And so I match that with guided meditation, hypnosis. I match that with breath work. Oh my goodness. With breath work as well, with dance, with movement, and with this kundalini energy work. So I'll be talking more about that. I will be doing light language, light transmissions, and all of that good stuff. So I hope that you will follow along. Leave any questions in the comments. I just ask that you continue to be kind. If this isn't your vibe, if this isn't your thing, just ignore it. You don't have to watch. But if it is, welcome, and let's have some fun. That's what we're here for, right? To experience this thing called life. So anyway, subscribe, like, comment, share, do all the things, and I will see you each week with a new episode. Okay, bye.